A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That's our idiom today. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Supersize Your Business, sharing an idiom a day, an expression that means something different when the words are brought together than each of the individual words means separately. Now, this one's kind of literal, and it's been around since the 4th or the 5th or the 6th century. They're not exactly sure, but it's attributed to Lao Tzu, a renowned Chinese philosopher, and it is and comes from, of course, an ancient Chinese proverb. It's been around for thousands of years, and that means, guess what? It's probably impacted almost every single one of us on the planet. What does it mean? It means great things start from humble beginnings. Everything that we create, everything we see, everything we experience starts from, actually, it starts from an idea, it starts from a thought, it starts from a place inside of us. Our businesses, the businesses that we're creating, this is a Supersize Your Business presentation, so it's got to do with, what does this have to do with my business? Well, anything we want to accomplish, whether it's to build a small business that supports our family or a large business that changes the world, it all starts with a single step, that first step. I don't know about you, but I, a few years ago, actually over 10 now, got my first Fitbit, and I actually have, I don't know what, this is probably my 10th Fitbit. I got this one from my daughter. I had finally decided after about the 6th or 7th Fitbit that I'd literally worn out and broken. I wasn't going to get one anymore. What does a Fitbit do? It just measures the number of steps you take in your day. And so it tracks along the way. It gives you reminders if you need to get up and move a little bit because you've been sitting around on your rear on your computer too long, or you've just been doing something that's not very active for too long a time. It sets goals and objectives and gives you awards for getting a certain number of steps, or walking a certain number of flights of stairs, or walking a certain number of miles. I remember I used to get awards, and I don't pay attention to it anymore, but I used to get them on my computer, and I would get a notification that I had walked across Australia, or I had walked, I don't know where, but I'd walked, it had all these different interim celebration points or achievement points that you got awards and badges for. It's kind of like the gamification of things these days. It's acknowledging people's achievement and accomplishment, acknowledging their progress. And we need to do that for ourselves as well as for our organizations. We want to have our big, lofty vision and goal of what we're trying to create for our business, but we need to know that we're not going to get there as a straight line, direct moonshot to that exact thing, because we're going to know all the steps ahead of time to create that business, that thing that we want, that world-changing entity. We're going to have to take it one step at a time. And with each step, we're going to adjust, and we're going to learn more, and we're going to shoot closer to what it is that we want. Hopefully each step moves us closer, but the reality is we'll take 5 steps forward and maybe 7 or 8 steps back, and then we'll take 1 or 2 forward and 1 back. We'll make, 100-fold increase toward what it is that we want, and then we'll get set back to start again. It's like playing a game of Trouble with the kids, if you remember that game, where somebody would land on your game piece and boom, you'd have to go back to start and start over again. That's more the reality of building our businesses. But it all starts with taking that single step, taking that action, making a decision or a choice to create something, to go after what it is that you want. And I do like the gamification of things and the acknowledgement of achievements along the way, so that people are encouraged to continue to participate and join us in whatever it is that we're trying to create. Love to know your experience with. I know that not only the Fitbit and a lot of other areas and aspects of my life, for the longest time I've had the single daily action philosophy. And actually it's only been a couple years that I adopted after reading the One Thing book, the one thing a day. This is my one primary focus for the day, and everything else I get done is extra and bonus and gravy. But I also know that I want to take, and I do most days, a single action toward what it is that I want. Some days it'll be a big action in an area or aspect of my life. Other days it'll be a teeny tiny action. But every day I want to be moving toward becoming the person I want to be, because the real secret is our business, what we're trying to create in the world, will never grow faster, supersize, or be bigger than what we're capable of handling. So it's up to us to remember to continually grow and develop as a person in all the areas and aspects of our life in order to create that business that we want to create. If we want to create a small business, we can stay small. We don't have to become a bigger and better, continually improving human being. But if we want to create and supersize our business, we have to remember to be continually growing and improving and changing and learning and adapting and moving forward every single day. Love to know your experience with this idiom. Do you have a journey story? Share in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it and apply it to your business right now? Take care.